Gifted is directed by Mark Webb, written by Tom Flynn, and stars Chris Evans, McKenna Grace, and Lindsay Duncan, and this is about a single man who is raising his child prodigy niece. Together they lead a modest life. They don't have much, but they get by. She goes to school like a normal girl, but everyone knows she is truly gifted, and some people try to give her more opportunities, but Chris Evans, for one particular reason that I won't spoil, doesn't want her to be examined and tutored and just wants her to be a child until the day when he is forced into a custody battle for his niece. I watched one trailer for this film and I thought, okay, this can be a nice little movie. I want to see Chris Evans doing something different than Captain America, and Mark Webb has proven before that he is a good director. Mark Webb is a good director, and my god, it is so refreshing. I can actually physically breathe a breath of fresh air because of how fresh Mark Webb seems to be directing this film. He directs this movie beautifully. This is a simple story. It has no agenda, no hidden meaning, no hidden message. It's just a heartbreaking story and also heartwarming about a man who loves his niece and wants to give her the best he can provide. And together they have excellent chemistry. Chris Evans and McKenna Grace are excellent in this film. I love both of them as actors, and their characters are also lovable here. They have such a different relationship that you are expecting. They have their fights, they have their bickering, but you see love throughout this film, and you feel that love throughout the film. Chris Evans in here is as captivating as he can be as when he is Captain America or in Snowpiercer or in Before We Go, the movie he actually directed. He plays a simple man but a tortured man at that. I will not spoil anything, but I was expecting this movie again to be a nice little drama, maybe give some good performances, and it does give great performances. My god, this movie goes to levels in terms of story and drama, and it develops its characters so well and so deeply. I was floored at how much I felt for these characters and their stories. McKenna Grace in this film. I know her for playing a small part as the daughter of the president in Designated Survivor, a great show you should be watching. She is incredible for such a young actress. She is flawless in this film. I love how unique this character is. I know we have seen a lot of films like this with a gifted child, and some people want to explore her and other people want to protect her. She is so damn well developed. She is such an interesting character to analyze on a psychological level. The writing and directing in this film are so flooringly good. They will leave you crying and laughing and you're heartbroken, and it will warm your heart and sew it back together. This movie has everything. It is good for families, it is good for kids. It's a very good and well told story. And again, going back to the directing, there are shots in this movie. Not only do they look beautiful, as in they look beautiful visually, but the visual storytelling in this film is fantastic. There are two scenes in this film that above any other I take away, and I will not spoil anything. One of them is near the end, and another is in the middle of the film. As the custody battle is going on, we get to meet a familiar face from Chris Evans' past in this film. And then Mary starts to question why some people never met her or never wanted to meet her. And the scene that came after that is with Octavia Spencer, Chris Evans, and McKenna Grace. And I was expecting this scene to be something, and I was floored at what this scene did. This scene grabbed me by the balls, and I completely surrendered myself to this movie, and I was already really liking it before. And to develop these characters and their conflict and make them feel so real and human, and to give them such great develop, this movie wisely has tons of scenes where characters talk. They don't fight, they don't yell, they don't run away because they're angry. People, like real people in this movie, talk. They talk. They discuss how they feel. I understand if it might seem exposition, but it really isn't. Honestly, when it comes to exposition, they tell you pinpoints of the plot and of the story. In here, people just talk about their relationships, how they are feeling at the moment. They let things out. They don't let stuff accumulate inside them and then burst out yelling and revolt against the world. No, Mary and Frank in this movie talk a lot. They have simple conversations, meaningful conversations. They have conversations about what they want to have for dinner, about what they did yesterday, how the court hearings are going, and it's just so real and so well. It fills your heart, just like the rest of the movie in general. I say this is a great movie. I adored this movie, but this is a great movie that is not great to the levels that it will change your life. But it is much more than just a feel-good, well-made movie. The direction is fabulous, the writing is great, the performances are captivating and heartbreaking. The cinematography is beyond the levels that this movie needed or wanted it to be. And this is not a feel-good movie. This is a feel-awesome movie. You will feel so good watching these characters and follow their stories and feel. And it is so real. It feels so real. All these characters feel truly, undoubtedly human, and that is the best aspect of this film. If I have to nitpick something, is that Octavia Spencer kind of becomes the cliched character when it comes to these types of film. You are expecting her to do that, and it quite doesn't feel as real as the rest of the movie as a whole. But they are really, really small bits of the film, because she also, for the most part, plays a very heartwarming and human character. I truly adored this film to levels I was not expecting. I was not expecting to sit here and talk to you guys in this review and tell you to watch this movie in such an enthusiastic way. It's great to see Chris Evans can still be great if he's not playing Captain America. It's great to see a prospect for the future of acting in McKenna Grace, and it's just great to see a simple story that is straightforward and doesn't try to hide anything. It doesn't actively avoid cliches, but the story itself is never going for them either. Gifted is a return to form by Mark Webb. I hope he keeps doing these small movies, because clearly this is what he thrives on. Gifted is a collector's item. I'm as surprised as you guys. If you have seen Gifted, what did you think about it? Did you really love it? Did you not? Did you just like it? Let me know all that in the comments below. And as you go down there, check the link for the Geeky Community Facebook group. And this Sunday, my beautiful geekies, I will return with Geek Classic. I am not telling you what it is, but I'm sure you can probably guess. Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the freaking best. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. And until Sunday with the return of Geek Classic, you stay beautiful and you stay geeky. And if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so we can be geeky united.